Let's start with the question of why. Why are E, A, and B so essential on the guitar, Jon?
Yeah, well, you've got the advantage of the open strings, which is a huge thing. Each instrument has keys that just sit really well on that instrument. And on guitar, when we tune, we've got E, A, D, G, B, E, So right there, you've got the E and then the high E, so 2 open strings. And then, of course, if you go to the A chord, you've got the A string in there. And so it just fits really well with guitar. So it's a great guitar key.
Yeah, nice and open. Of course, we also have the advantage of when we play the chord of E, we're hitting our lowest note, obviously. So like when you played there earlier, when you're doing your Chet Atkins thing, you could rock the lowest bass note when you're alternating there and play a melody at top. So you can kind of when you're playing over an E chord, and you can do something similar with an A chord. Just hit that open A string. So you're right. Open strings cover a lot of range. Dylan, what do you have to say about these things being relatively simple? Like we can do simple versions of these, right?
Yeah. So if you're just starting out, and this is a great spot, by the way. If you're starting out, it's a great episode for somebody who's just starting out because these are really accessible chords. So a great way to start playing E would be like the power chord version of E, like E5. It's just the 2nd fret of the 5th string and the open 6th string. And then you just get an attitude from that point forward.
You have to snarl when you do them? Okay.
Snarl. That's a lip snarl. And then for A5, you literally just take everything you did and move down a string, and you've got the 2nd fret of the 4th string and the open 5th string. The tricky part about that is not playing the 6th string with it. So there's a couple different ways to do that. There's lessons on all of that and also simplified forms of these open or cowboy chord versions of E, A, and B that are online on Fender Play, so you can check those out too.
Sweet. If you check out the song, the song lesson on Coma Girl by Joe Strummer, that intro is all power chords. Way out west, B5.
Yes.
You can get through that whole the first verse and intro with just these 3 chords as power chords. We have a quick question already from Daniel Bobke on YouTube. Question for the pros, Daniel says. Any problems with my alternate way of doing the A chord? I use just my index and middle finger and use my middle finger to press both G and B strings. Let's see. Wait, what he does is middle. I say, well, I'll tell you what, Daniel, if I close my eyes and I hear you play an A chord and I hear all 5 notes ring out just as clean as that, then I guess, you're getting this far. What do you say, Jon?
Yeah, to that point, it's got to be clean, and you want to think about how it works in context with what you're playing. So what chord are you going to next?
Yeah.
And so we have a lot of different ways we can play A, right? Like if you're a rock player, you might just use one finger and have a sound like that. But if you're playing James Taylor, he plays it like this, which would be 2, 1, 3. And then oftentimes on Fender Play, we're using 1, 2, 3. And so, yeah, if that works for you, so I think what he's saying is index here and then covering 2 strings with 1 finger.
With his, so he has his ring and pinky available to do other stuff if you'd like.
Exactly, and that's such a great advantage with guitar because the more fingers you can have free, the better a lot of times. So, yeah, if it works, I'd say go for it.
Yeah, and Daniel, if you're transitioning to your other chords nice and clean, then it's hard to... By the way, I didn't know I played my A chord. I generally play it, I guess what I'll now call the James Taylor way. I didn't know. It's yet another thing I have in common with Mr. Taylor.
You just watched a preview of Fender Play's Mastering the G, C, and D chords collection. Click the link to learn more about guitar chords, then put your skills to use by learning to play the songs you love. The Fender Play app offers a completely customizable learning experience for anyone who wants to learn to play guitar, bass, or ukulele. And you can track your progress while you learn to play using over 3,000 lessons and innovative practice features like our chord challenge, backing tracks, and weekly gear giveaways. Click the link to sign up for your free trial of Fender Play today. No credit card required.